Hey everyone, Veronica Belmont here at the Skybound booth at New York Comic Con, joined of course by Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead. Now of course you're on Skybound, but not only is Walking Dead on Skybound, there's a lot of other projects as well, including Outcast. Can you tell me a little bit about the story and how that project came to be?
Well, Outcast is my new series that'll be launching in 2014. I'm doing it with a guy named Paul Azaceta. He's a fantastic artist. And like The Walking Dead, it's a horror series. And like The Walking Dead, it's a very dramatic, grounded take on a well-known horror trope, which is exorcism and demonic possession. So I'm going to be diving into a new segment of horror and, making my mark and doing some cool stuff. And I'm really excited to be doing a new book.
Now I know that the work of George Romero had a big impact on The Walking Dead. Are any of those influences found in this new book as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that can be pulled, I think, from exorcism fiction in general. I think that there's, a lot of tropes that I think people find familiar, and it's navigating those and, like, bringing new things into the genre that I try to do. And so I'll be doing a lot of that with Outcast and, hopefully be doing a little bit more of that with The Walking Dead as time goes on as well.
Now there's a lot of different creators working with Skybound. What would you say makes a quintessential Skybound book? Is there anything that kind of ties them all together?
I think the main thing is trying to do something that's new for the industry. I think that superheroes are a very well-worn genre, and I think that trying to do something different that isn't necessarily done in comics. I think Manifest Destiny as like a historic, alternate history kind of story is really cool. Clone, I think, is a very cool take on science fiction. All of our books offer something new. Ghosted is kind of a cool twist on like a haunted house story. So we try to do things that you can't really get from anywhere else.
And what's your role when it comes to publishing other creators' work?
Look, I oversee a lot of the production on these books. I work with the writers. A lot of times we work with writers that are sometimes coming from different mediums and haven't really worked in comics, so I get to show them the ropes and things like that. But I like to offer my guidance and, and also, I like to be a little hands-off. I'm there when you need me, but I'm not going to be like exerting any kind of will, because I think that a creator's vision is really the thing that produces the best stuff, and getting in the way of that is something that I feel like too many publishers do.
Now you mentioned Manifest Destiny a little bit earlier. Can you tell us more about that project?
Yeah, it's by Chris Dingus and a guy named Matthew Roberts that I actually worked with very early on in my career on a book called Battle Pope. And that guy's coming back into comics and doing this thing with Chris. And it's a story about Lewis and Clark as they explored the western frontier and what really happened, which was they were killing monsters and making it safe for the country to expand. So it's kind of a cool like alternate history thing.
And then we have Dead Body Road coming out in December. What can you tell us about that one?
There's a character named Gage, and something really terrible has happened to his wife, and he now wants revenge, and so he is going to be leaving a trail of bodies in his wake as he tries to, right a very big wrong that was done to him, and some of those bodies are going to be left in the road.
Now, everything that we've seen from these projects so far seems like all the artwork is just absolutely fantastic. What do you look for in an artist?
Again, something unique. I think that there are a lot of artists in comics that draw in a similar way, and I don't really want Skybound to ever have what's perceived as like a house style. I want everything to be unique, everything to have its own vision, and we're just looking for really talented guys that are willing to work hard and produce awesome comics.
And speaking of vision, what do you see as the future of Skybound?
More cool books. I hope that eventually we can get comics to a point where it's not something that people look at and go, oh, comic books, it's like Spider-Man and X-Men, it's superheroes. Like anything that's superhero related is referred to as being like comic booky. And I people don't like look at movies and go, hey, action movies, those are movies, right? Like movies can be so many different things. The TV shows can be so many different things. And I hope that, with Skybound, I could do my part to like just show the masses like what can be done with the medium of comics.
They all sound amazing. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thanks a lot. It's good talking to you.